Hello everyone. So today finally we're gonna make our bread. To make bread, the thing that you need is a very large container, way larger than where we put our starter. We need bread flour, high gluten bread flour. We need, of course, our starter. We need a spray bottle. We need whole wheat flour, some water, room temp. We need salt. If you have a basket for your bread, a mixer, and scale. Here is the thing. If you don't have a mixer, you can always make it by hand. It's a little longer because you really have to work the dough, but it is possible. If you don't have a basket, you can use a bread pan, the ones that has the lid on top, or you can use a cast iron skillet. And then we're gonna make bread today. So you know, to making sourdough, it takes around 7 to 8 hours. It's a very long process. It's an all-day process. The timing for fermenting, for proofing, it's very, very important. So first things first, once you feed the starter the night before, we're gonna mix it again, and then we're gonna put all the ingredients in our mixer. We're gonna mix it for 5 minutes, then speed a little more and add 5 more minutes. Then we're gonna spray our container and leave it in here for 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, we're gonna fold it and then rest it another 45 minutes. We're gonna second fold it and rest it again for 45 minutes. Then we're gonna shape the bread and we're gonna leave it to proof. The proofing is very important because that's how much air, how fluffy your bread is gonna be. Temperature and humidity affect a lot. So if you are in a warm place, it's gonna be faster. If you are in a cold place, it's gonna take way longer. And you have to make sure, if you don't have, because at home we don't have a proofer, you have to put the bread and then you have to cover it with a wet towel. You just have to make sure during the day the towel is moist. It's always kind of wet because that's gonna help. And then we're gonna bake the bread. It bakes to a very high temperature, around 400 to 450 degrees. So let's make our bread. All right, we already mixed all our ingredients. We have 610 grams of bread flour. We have 90 grams of whole wheat flour, 400 grams of water, our starter, which is 270 grams, and 15 grams of salt. Very, very important. Once you mix your starter, the leftover, don't forget to feed the starter again, put it in the container and save it. Here is the thing. You have two options. If you want to keep baking very often, keep it room temp and feeding it once a day. Or the other option that you have is you can feed your starter, seal it and put it in the fridge and just feed the starter once a week. If after a week you're gonna use the starter again, you just try to feed it, leave it at room temp again and feed it one more time, because the temperature in the fridge is way too cold to make bread. So here we go, let's do it. right, after 45 minutes, we're gonna open, we're gonna take it out, and we're gonna fold the dough. All right, follow me. Alright, after the second 45 minutes, our dough is ready to mold. So we're gonna take it out. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna fold it in. We're gonna shape the bread. We're gonna rest it for like 5-10 minutes, and then we're gonna put it in our basket. For the basket, it is very important to have a lot of flour on it, because if not, once it proves, it's gonna stuck there. So flour all over this, and then we're gonna put our dough in here, and we're gonna rest it there for around 2 to 3 hours, depending on the weather, wherever you are. Alright, the bread is ready. It's been here for around 2 hours. It's a very warm day, so it helps. So we're gonna turn the oven at 450 degrees, and then we're gonna prepare the bread and everything. And once we put the bread in, we're gonna turn it down to 400. Alright, so in our pan, we're gonna put some flour, and then I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna score the bread, and you're gonna see how, and then we're gonna bake our bread. Alright, in the oven, I put one pan to preheat with the oven. So, because we don't have a steamer, the way I'm gonna make steam is once we put the bread in the oven, we're gonna throw some water in the pan that is already hot inside the oven, and that's gonna create the steam to make a perfect crust in the bread. Alright, so let's do this. So we are ready. We're gonna put our bread is ready. I have the bread and I have a little bit of water. What I'm gonna do, and I have to do it fast, is I'm gonna put my bread in and then I'm gonna put some of the water in the hot pan that is inside the oven, and we're not gonna close it to create that steam. Be careful not to splash water in the glass because it can break. All right, so follow me. Right, the bread is in, we already steamed it. Now we're gonna turn the oven down to 400 and we're gonna wait 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we're gonna open, we're gonna spray it with our spray bottle, and then we're gonna close the oven and leave it there for around 25 minutes. After 25 minutes, we're gonna look. We want the bread to be golden brown on top, very crispy. If it's not the color we want, then we're gonna wait for another 5 minutes until the bread is the perfect color. All right, let's do it. It's been 25 minutes, so we're gonna check the oven. Let's see. Looks nice. We're gonna go a little bit darker. All right, so we're gonna leave it for another 5 minutes there. Great. There's been 5 minutes, so we're gonna take the bread out. It's perfect. Once we take it out, the best thing for the bread is to transfer the bread into a rack or a cool sheet tray. And then leave it there for 45 minutes until it dries, and then we can slice it and enjoy it.